Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining this another webinar. My name is Amit Sangle. So today we have come up with the dynamic selector are the best practice for the web automations, and it will be demonstrated by the Ashwini Patekar. She's our senior developer. So Ashwini have worked on more than 800 website automation for our one of the clients, and while running their robots and handling dealing with the more than 800 websites, she have come up with a lots of expertise in terms of selectors, because all those are websites are the uh, continuously getting change or daily basis, weekly basis, and there's lots of selectors uh, challenges she have faced, and she have come up with the very good unique solution as well, I can see here. So today she is explain us with two use case how you can, if you're also facing these kind of challenges while you're dealing with your web automations and you're stuck, you don't know how to handle those particular selectors, then this webinar will help you. So these are real use case which we have, and which Ashwini, I mean, she already using on our project. Okay, so that we have, and as we all know that while doing the automation, handling the particular objects or selectors is very important, because if you're not able to manage the selector, or if you not get the selector solutions, it's difficult to be automated. So sometimes, as we know that we got the selector very straightforward, sometime we have to build some solution to get this particular selectors. So there are different strategies are there, in which two strategy Ashwini is going to discuss today. If you're in your project, if you're also facing those kind of issues, so she will explain us. Yeah, Ashwini, and over to you.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Ashwini Patekar. So I am the senior RPA developer in Step One Step Ahead. So today's our webinar topic is dynamic selector are the best solution for the web automation. So let's see. So the today's agenda is what is the dynamic selector and how we can create our own dynamic selector in our web automation. We can easily create that dynamic selectors. Then second, what are the activities involved in our dynamic selector, so using that activity, how the selectors are work in our UI path. Then third one is our demonstration and whatever queries guys you have, so we can see after that. So let's see what is a dynamic selector. So first of all, the dynamic selector are uses the variables and the argument as a property of the attribute for your target element. Okay, then we see we're using our help of the dynamic selector, we can easily identify the target element based on the value of the variable or the argument. So the dynamic selector are basically used when the element of our the screen are dynamically changing, it is not a static. So that such scenario we can use the dynamic selector. With the help of the dynamic selector, we can easily figure out and the found out the particular element, or we can use the different element activity in that, and we can click the particular element in the dynamic selector. Then what are the activities involved in the dynamic selector? So these are the list of the activities. So first of all, the find children activities. So using that activity also we can click, or we can find out the dynamic selectors and we can click the particular element and the get attribute and the get text activity. So different these are the activities involved in the dynamic selector in our UI path. So the using these are the activities we can create our own dynamic selectors. So the we can see now the virtual demonstration on that. So the virtual demonstration, we can see the real time life of the use cases. So in our use cases, we can use the two scenario. First of all, the get attribute. So using the get attribute activity, how we can click the particular specific element, or we can download the particular we can download the particular bill or the particular PDF from the web page. So using that activity, we can see in that. And the second is a dynamic selector. So in the dynamic selector, we can use the CSS selector also. The first use case is our the is a get attribute activity. So problem in that, while selecting the particular element from the web page and that particular element position getting changed. So in that scenario, we can use the get attribute activity. So the problem is here, the position of the element is not a static, it is a dynamic. The position of the selector is getting changed dynamically. So that scenario we can use the get attribute activity. So these are the solutions. So here our the website, these are the our government website. Different exams are there. So these are the exam name over there. Okay, so exam name are the multiple types of the same OJEE. These are the exam of the exam name. So these kind of the exam name also, this table is not the static table. Day to day, this table got changed. Okay, the value of the these are value of the exam name also got changed. So how we can using this value? How can click the latest admit card? Download the latest admit card of the particular exam name. So let's see we how we can create our use case. So these are the name of the exam name. So we can here use the get test activity. Okay. Sorry, get attribute activity first of all. Okay, so now using the UiPath Explorer, I am just click here. Okay, so these are the extra properties of that element. I'm just removing that properties. So minimum properties for the selector is the best solution. So I'm keep here only the minimum properties of that particular element. Okay. So here the table row is dynamically changed in our the table web page table. So I am just remove the table row because the same table value is not appear the next day or the day after tomorrow. So our selector got failed. So that time, that situation, that's why I'm removing here table row. Okay, and remove the title because I want the dynamic selector. So just now it's highlighting properly. Okay, yeah, and this value pass as a value in our selector. So write double quotes and then plus plus and then our value of the particular selector. Then I'm just pass over here. See here I'm pass the value of that element. I want to figure out the table row because this table are not static. So I just capture using the get attribute activity. I am just capture the table row of that particular element. Yeah. So now I'm using the click activity because using that table row, I want to click this admit card, latest admit card of that OJEE exam name. So I'm just using here the normal click activity for only the select that element. So after selecting, I'm changing the selector for the dynamic. Okay. So I'm remove here the I'm apply here use the table row activity, but table row also I'm apply for the dynamic, and the A name also got changed in future for that particular exam name. So I'm using here, and I'm just keeping the title of that element and using the table row. So here I'm create, these are the output I'm create here. The output of that get attribute active is, so I'm just using this variable and pass this variable over here. So in future also the table name got change of that admit card, it easily click that particular element. Okay, so I'm here use the click activity and just pass that selector, and in selector I'm just passing the this variable over here in click activity. I make as a simulate click. The reason behind that here I told you, when we click now properly it's click here. Okay, so I want the simulate, then it is click properly here. So that's why I'm keeping here simulate click. So I'm just now run this uh, I'm just now run this use case. It's take time for the run.
So Ashwini, meanwhile, can you just explain this solution in more deeply? Exactly what is going on in backend? So
In
first is
back,
getting the attributes. Exactly what?
first he check the exam name, this OJEE. Okay, see, this is click done successfully. Yeah,
Yes, we can see.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that's why this page is open. Okay, automatically. Okay, so background, what happened while enter, while selecting the get attribute, now it's automatically this extract this row value of that particular element, and using that row value it can click this particular element. So I am get attribute, I am just scrapping the row value of that particular element, and it is click automatically to the, so in future this name of the particular element got changed is automatically click that element using the reference of the get attribute activity.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a reference of that using this get attribute row number. It is click automatically here. The second,
So you mean to say that suppose now these OBJ admission form, this is the whatever link is there. Suppose they
yeah,
have updated version 1.2 to whatever that, so it's
yes,
getting changed
yeah,
again, right?
yeah,
So again,
yeah,
we need to make it. I mean, selector should be affected, get affected.
yes,
So it's better. I mean, with this particular reference,
yeah,
we are handling by giving the
yeah,
references.
yeah,
So in
yes,
short, I can say so whenever we have dealing with our uh, UI elements, when something is getting changed always, but uh, in that particular view, some objects are there still, I mean, remain same. So with taking the reference of those objects, we can handle this kind of situations, right?
yes, yes, yes,
Okay, okay. And how? But how to get these references using a get attribute? So once we
yes,
got the attributes and those attributes we are passing those particular selectors. So doesn't matter their the particular A names getting changed, whatever properties getting changed with particular those references, we can easily handle,
yes,
right?
yes, yeah,
Excellent, excellent,
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Second
So team,
scenario.
anyone have any?
Hmm,
This is a
any,
yeah, yeah, just hold on. So
yeah,
anyone have any questions, any query on this use case? Because this is a really I mean a fantastic solution I can see here. So whenever you're also facing a problems, we can definitely use it. So I hope you got the idea. What is the logic behind that on the solutions and how to implement? So Ashwini also shown us both the things, how she have developed the solution for all these kind of situations, and how to implement. Okay, and what and when we can apply. So anyone have any questions? If you guys clear, then please say in a chat, yes, you are clear. We can go ahead. Just type yes if you are able to understand. If no question, I want
Yes, we
all
are
the
clear.
fantastic, fantastic. So is it useful?
Yes, definitely. It's very useful.
Yes. Thank you, Ashwini, bringing this point to the table. And this is the very good solution which you have explained. Yeah, I think all the team member, they're saying yes, they understood this problem, how to apply the solution. We can move ahead next for the next use case.
Yeah. So the next use case is the using the CSS selector, how we create our own dynamic selectors. Okay. So the problem is what happened now when we select in the particular element from the web page, the value of that particular elements get changing. Okay, the selectors got changing in our the UI element. But when we see the background now using CSS selector, they remain same. So in that situation, we are using the CSS selected the appropriate solution for that. So let's see the use case. So this is our website RPA challenge. Yeah. So first I show you how the problem. Okay. So this is the first name. Okay. Okay. So this is the first name of that element. So I'm just highlighting that from web page. So it is highlighting properly. Okay. Using the ID, there is a no any a name or if you see here. Now I'm just refresh this page. So yeah. So I'm highlighting this last name. Okay. So these are the CSS selector in background of that element. Okay. So what I do here, I create my own selector. I'm just double click over here. Okay. And just copy that selector, background selector over here. Go to the my UI Explorer. Okay. Then here I'm going to my UI Explorer and just type CSS selector to create my own selector. Okay. Then is equal to, then single quotes put here, and this is the input. Okay, this is the input of that input selector. So I'm do here just I'm write input, then bracket, and just pass that CSS selector. Okay, then I'm just closing the browser. Okay, I'm just refreshing my browser, and now I'm check. Now I'm trying to highlight my thing. Yeah, now it is highlighting properly while I'm refreshing my browser also. So these are the CS dynamic selector using the CSS selector. So anyone have question
Okay, so
regarding?
Ashwini,
Hmm.
I have a question. So
Yes.
basically, because this particular use case RPA challenges, we are trying to automate using Anchor Best Tag, right? With Anchor Best Tag, we are trying to automate. But you saying that there's one more option using a CSS selector, we can also, I mean,
Yes.
implement it, those kind of things, right? if CSS is getting changed, then again it will be
Yeah.
affected, or CSS remains same?
What we can do now in this scenario, let's see how I will show you. Okay. I will show you, wait. So, so yeah.
Because my question is, okay, I got the idea. Okay, we can
Yes,
handle with you. I mean, CSS property.
yes,
It's not getting changed always. Even the A name or other further things are getting changed, but CSS are still same. In that case, we can do it. But here the CSS is not getting changed always. Then we can
yes,
rely on CSS. Okay,
yes.
okay. And in the CSS,
Just
which property you have used?
CSS, this input property I'm used. The input, this is a name property. In this scenario, na, the ID of that particular website got changed. But the remaining, these are the example of that CSS selector. We instead of the this input tag, we can use the ID, because most of the website ID are remains same. So the ID is also the solution. But in this type of website, the IDs got changed. That's why we are relying on the CSS input tag.
Okay, okay. So basically,
Yeah.
the object
The
positions are
behavior of,
getting changed. Positions
yes,
getting changed. IDs
yeah,
getting changed. Then selectors
yeah,
are the same. Then we can
yes,
use the CSS attribute in this way, whatever you have shown. Got it.
yes, yes,
Got it. So
yeah,
whenever, yeah, there are the possibility always happening in the web automation, because we are not getting that all the or whatever attributes, those are continuously getting changed, right? Then at
yes,
end we need to be focus on the CSS selector using this
yes,
approach. Got it.
yes,
Got it. Excellent.
yeah, yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
Good. So I got it. I hope other team member also got these solutions whenever you're also facing this kind of problem in your day-to-day implementations. So this is the solution which Ashwini have explained us and bring on the table. I really like it. So anyone have any queries? Can ask.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, Ashwini. I have one query. You have shown that using CSS selector, you have
yes,
entered some details of that particular element.
yes,
Will it be working for the same without with the another element as well, right? Like if we have ID, so instead of adding the other thing, we can use ID as well, right?
yes. ID and the see
Did
here
you
is a
got?
button property, na. So we can use the
Yeah.
button property of that element.
Okay.
Hello, Pankaj.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Ashwini.
Yeah. It's depend of the tag. What is a tag is associated with that element. Here we can see the these are the input based tag. So these are the button based tag. So it is depend on the tag
Tagging.
of that yes. So while we are using here the input now, so you can use your button tag. So
Yes. 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 Yes.
yes, so behavior of that we can change here the selectors in that, because say selected, this is our own UI, own developers, own creator. So that's depending upon the behavior, we can change the tag element of that particular selectors.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, not always put here the input because this is a own creation by the developers. So that's why we can changing here the button, or if it is a checkbox, so you can create the checkbox related CSS selector.
Okay,
Are
Ashwini.
you getting? Yeah,
Yes. 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 I got.
yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Any question we have? Are we done with the today's topic? Feel free to ask if you have any question, guys. Very important.
Yeah, Ashwini, can you show that CSS selector again? Because due to network issue, I could not get it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I will
for
show
other
you
one.
again. other one. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just refresh this page. Okay. Because the position of that element here also got changed. See the last name here. Now the last name is first. See.
Yes.
So that's why IDX got changed. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm just okay. So it's highlighting properly. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm refresh that email address page. Okay. Now I'm trying to highlight. Then it is not highlighting properly. Then what you can do? You can go the website and press F11.
So you're inspecting that file,
Yeah.
web page. Yes.
Just, yeah. Wait. I'm just pressing F12. Okay. So I'm just using this cursor. Just highlight that. Go to that element and just highlight. Okay. See here the below is the highlighting is element. Okay. So this is the CSS selector of that particular element. See. So in this scenario, what you can do, you can just double click here and just copy that label name of the CSS selector. And if you're not getting understand, just open your notepad. Right there, this is the input tag. So write there input, then square bracket, then paste your CSS selector and just copy there. Go to here, remove the unwanted selector and just write CSS selector manually. Then equal to, then single quotes and just paste your that selector and then close the CSS selector tab and just trying to highlight. See. Now you can refresh the page. The element position got changed. See here now the email address is here. So now I'm trying to highlight it. So it is highlighted properly. Yeah. Yes, that's it.
Good.
I got
So
to add a point in this. As
Yeah.
Amit sir said that we can use anchor based. I was facing the same issue for the type into activity for email and last name. It was not taking. I think this would be better solution.
Correct.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, I really thank you, Ashwini. I mean, you put it all these your day-to-day solutions and helping to team to understand those solutions. They can implement their project as well. That's really helpful session I can see here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So also we have Swati also on the call. Hi, Swati.
Hey, hi team. So Ashwini, very good insights related to dynamic selector because everyone in any project are getting the problems related to selector. Just now Rekha said like she was also getting the same problem in her project, and any project related to the RPA and related to UI path. People are facing these problems, and it's very insightful solution with the examples which you have given. Very good session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, team.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ashwini.